It doesn't get much bigger than this, literally. The second biggest kickboxing event in Glory history is about to go down here at the Helderdome in Arnhem, the Netherlands. Of course, the Netherlands, the mecca of kickboxing. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Well over 20,000 fans expected to pack the house where the Bethesda Football Club plays alongside the Glory Hall of Famer, Joseph Valtellini. My name is Todd Grisham. Joe, you've done 6 of these things. How you feeling about Glory 7?
Well, I still get extra nervous still, the collision, the big stage, but I mean, I'm the biggest kickboxing fan maybe out there, so a collision is my night.
And hey, we're gonna show you the prelim card right now. You're gonna have 5 fights, and this looks like a main card any other day of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these matchups headlined at the bottom of your screen, Joe. It is Turkey versus Morocco, Ozcan versus Smaili. This fight's been brewing for years.
Yeah, and I mean, Smaili is that young, hungry lion where Ozcan is the veteran. So this is one that's been building in the Netherlands that they're excited to see. But look at that. You have Serkan Ozcaglayan versus Remy Deghir. Endy Semeleer versus Overmeer. This prelim is stacked.
And then we move to the main card at 7 p.m. local time, 1 p.m. Eastern in the United States. The Wolf at the bottom of your screen. He's back against big underdog Daniel Stefanowski. Sergey Masleboyev, the former light heavyweight champion, is back. Joe, it's a who's who.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the fights I'm probably most excited for would be that first one. Mori Kroma versus Milos Fettuchanin. They're both knockout artists with good personalities, so I think we got some future stars in that first fight.
And we haven't even talked about the 2 world title matches. Of course, Verhoeven versus Levy Richters for the World Heavyweight Championship. But the light heavyweight title is on the line as well. This the trilogy between Tariq Kababez and Donaghy Abena. In fact, Joe, talking about the light heavyweight division, 8 of the top 10 in Glory are in action tonight. All those guys in white will be fighting on Glory Collision 7.
That's why it's a lot of pressure on these guys. These rankings can change, and a lot of them, most of them, let's say, want that shot at the title. So they'll be keeping close eyes on that co-main event.
All right, Joe, give me 3 fighters to watch tonight.
Well, I'm going to start with Jem Caceres. He's 2-0 with Glory, 2 finishes, and he does it with this left hook. His liver shot is nasty, so I'm excited to see him back here on the big stage. Masleboyev is back. We know he's a Glory veteran. He's a kickboxing veteran, so a lot of people are excited to see him back, and he thinks he can have a quick run to the title. And then the fan favorite, Bahram Rajabzadeh, you got to put him on this list. Every time he fights, it's all action, explosive, and he fights one way forward, trying to knock you out.
Yeah, these 2 men aren't fighting tonight, Masleboyev and Rajabzadeh, against each other, Joe, but they did fight back at the Glory Grand Prix in the semifinal, and if they win tonight, they might see a trilogy.
Yeah, easily. I mean, they actually fought on Bahram's debut in Glory, so this was the second time they met, but just look at that headbutt, unfortunate, but these boys banged out the entire time and potentially see it again in the future. I'd like to.
Yeah, Masleboyev said he could stick his tongue through the cut under his lip, so good thing that one got stopped in time, but he's 100% healthy and ready to rock tonight. Now let's talk about that light heavyweight world title match, the trilogy. Tariq Kababez taking on Donaghy Abena, and there's a lot of bad blood.
Yeah, I mean, it's because of the history, the buildup of it. They fought twice before, which makes it exciting. That's where the bad blood comes from, but Kababez just says, something about Abena bothered me. He doesn't know what it is, and I'm like, after is the bad blood done? It's never done. So I'm excited to see how this plays out.
All right, let's go back and look at their first 2 meetings when they squared off for the light heavyweight Glory Grand Prix title. It was Abena who beat Kababez who beat Abena for the title.
Yeah, it was a split decision, some controversy in this fight, so it wasn't unfinished business here, but you can see both technical fighters. Kababez a pressure fighter, where Abena a little bit more technical, but Abena's face there, he wasn't happy with it. Then they met again in the light heavyweight Grand Prix. It was the semifinals. Kababez came in with his legs compromised a little bit, and Donaghy went right after it, and Donaghy that night ended up with 3 wins, 3 knockouts. So Donaghy's coming in with a lot of momentum.
A lot of momentum. He feels he's the rightful owner to that belt, and he'll reclaim it tonight. And speaking of belts, ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line, and the main event, it's the King versus the Prince.
Yeah, this is a massive fight, and for Rico Verhoeven, it's a big one for him. I mean, he actually nicknamed Levy Richters the Prince. And one of the things was, it's like, hey, he's going to be the champion one day, but not tonight.
The last time we saw Rico in the ring, it was against Levi Rigters, and we almost saw a stunner.
Yeah, I mean, this was one moment of the fight, which was a huge moment of this fight. We've never seen really Rico so compromised. We didn't even know he was gonna get up, but Rico does what he does best, gets up and end up finishing the fight. His pressure, his power, his IQ was just too much for Levi Rigters.
Yes, indeed, he is still the king. A lot of pressure, though, on both fighters tonight. Let's hear from the challenger and the champ.
I think basically that fight was dominated by me throughout the whole fight. I make one mistake. I got hit, I went down, got back up, and continued where we left off. So I don't think it was a good 8 count, was a good surprise, but I recovered and got back on track. So I don't think there's much to say about it.
Lucky punch?
100%.
Feels like I had to lose that fight to be here right now and fighting for the title. This is the dream, and the belief is there, and it's time to have a new heavyweight champion after 10 years.
How to watch Glory Collision 7. You're watching the prelims right now, so you're in the right place at the right time. But as for the Big Bang, that starts at 7 p.m. local time here in Arnhem, 1 p.m. in the United States, and in Canada, you can watch it on Bally Live and Stadium here in the Netherlands, of course, on our great partner in Videoland, Belgium and France on DAZN, and depending on whichever other country you live in, you can see on your screen the other options, and you can always go to glorykickboxing.com for more information. Joe, one final thought from you. You heard Rico Verhoeven say the only reason that Levi dropped me or had any success against me was because of a lucky punch. Does Levi need some sort of shocking surprise to do it again tonight?
I think that's it. You can't fight Rico Verhoeven the same way everybody does as a traditional classic kickboxer. It's the surprise, it's the spectacular offense that Levi does that could do the job. And I mean, Rico knows that too, so I expect Rico to come out extra tight defensively.
All right, enough talking from us. Let's see some fighting. Here we go with Tim Hughes.
Arnhem, how are you tonight? We're glad you're here with us tonight for another fantastic night of kickboxing, of course, inside the Glory Ring and here at the Gelredome, which has become the home of the Collision Series. Tonight, Collision 7. 12 great fights on the card, including 2 title matches. The light heavyweight division is up for grabs, and of course, the king of kickboxing returns to make his 12th defense of the belt tonight here in Arnhem. Before we get to our first of our 5 preliminary bouts of the evening, help me welcome our Glory Girls out into the Gelredome tonight. Here is Stephanie, Bella, and Nora. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our beautiful Glory Girls. Tonight, history to be made, chapters to be written, and dreams to be realized by all of these fighters, some stepping into the Glory Ring for the very first time. That's the case with our first fighter of the night. Please welcome to the ring, Younes Ahmidouch-Fatah.
Younes Ahmidouch-Fatah, 39 professional fights, Joe, 33 wins, 13 by KO, making his Glory debut. I mean, he's so excited to be here.
Oh yeah, he's been high-fiving everybody, big smiles on his face, and this is a big moment for him, and he's an exciting kickboxer to watch. He's known for his kicks, so I expect to see some flashy kicks. He's got a Taekwondo background, but mixing it with his boxing and kicks tonight is going to be a key for him.
He has an interesting accent. He's fighting out of Barcelona, Spain, Moroccan descent. We asked him what his nickname was, and he said tequila. And I said, oh, tequila. And they said, no, the killer.
There you go.
The killer, that's his nickname for Younes Ahmidouch-Fatah.
And now please welcome to the ring his opponent, Ayoub Bourass.
Kijk even naar wat ik op heb gebouwd. Ik kwam met andere stenen. Money dat maakt het nu makkelijk. Iets minder moeite om stappen te nemen. Je bent niks en belachelijk, werkt aan je droom.
Ayoub Bourass, Joe, in his second Glory fight. He may have lost his debut, but won a lot of fans with his fight-friendly style.
Oh yeah, he came in at Glory 94 on 10 days notice to take on Pryimachov, who's one of the top featherweights in the division. And not a lot of people gave Bourass any chance, but the way he came out, the spectacular offense, easily a fan favorite and a fighter that I'm keeping a close eye on for the future.
Yeah, so now he gets a full fight camp. He knows who his opponent is well ahead of time. What do you expect to see from him tonight?
Well, I expected to see a full performance. He's known for his explosivity, so great combinations. And even in his last fight, we've seen 360 spin kicks, double spinning back fists. This kid's something special, so I want to see some good traditional kickboxing with some spectacular offense.
So we got a Morocco versus Morocco showdown in our opener here on our prelim card of Glory Collision 7. It's our first tail of the tape of the night, so here we go. Look at Bourass, only 20 years old. Ahmidouch-Fatah is 25, but it'll be Ahmidouch-Fatah who will enjoy a 5-inch reach advantage.
With professional experience, the edge going to Ahmidouch, 39 fights to the 16 of Bourass. Maybe a slight advantage with Bourass already being on the big Glory stage, but both gentlemen need to work on that KO percentage, 39% to 29.
How's the math?
I'm trying.
You're trying with that math. Hey, here are the rules. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. 3 knockdowns in a round or 4 in the fight result in a TKO. And very important, standing 8 counts are permitted.
Fights will be scored using the following prioritized criteria, starting with knockdowns, followed by damage. Then it's the number of clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques. Then it's the number of clean scoring strikes with normal scoring strikes. Finally, if there's no clear winner, the judges look for the aggressor.
Open scoring tonight. 5 judges will score on the 10-point must system, and the scores will be shown on your screen after each round.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He is a multi-time French and Spanish champion. He comes with a professional record of 33 wins, 5 losses, 1 bout scored even, and 13 career knockouts. At 5 feet 8 inches tall, 1.77 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 142 pounds, 64.9 kilograms. Fighting tonight, representing Morocco by way of Barcelona, Spain, here is Younes, the Killer, Ahmidouch-Fatah. And now his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a Dutch regional champion set to make his second Glory start. As a professional, 14 wins with 2 losses, 4 of those wins coming by knockout. At 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.70 meters, he weighed in at 143 pounds and even 65 kilograms. He too fights tonight and represents Morocco. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Ayoub, the explosive Bourass. And the referee in charge of this bout is Niels Burskin.
Gentlemen, Glory fight, you know the rules. Fight hard, fight clean, and protect yourself at all the times. Shake hands if you like, go back to your corner.
So here we go, the first fight of what should be an electric night. 12 fights to get to, 24 fighters, headlined by Rico and Levy for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bourass versus Ahmidouch-Fatah. Here we go.
I like when there's young kickboxers in there who like to use their kicks a lot, which makes kickboxing exciting for me.
Make sure you use the hashtag Collision7 on your social media. Be part of the conversation tonight. The second biggest kickboxing night in history.
Bourass needs to close that distance. He's got that reach disadvantage.
Bourass in the white trunks, Ahmidouch-Fatah in the black.
Nice counter back with the hands from Ahmidouch.
Trying to get that high kick to land, went right under the armpit. Whoa!
There's that Taekwondo style of Ahmidouch. Started Taekwondo at 10 years old. Nice calf kick.
Ahmidouch in the white trunks, black gloves. It's a little confusing. Bourass, trying to get something going here.
Really liking Ahmidouch's counters, his activity with his kicks. Ooh!
Nice lefts.
Yeah, look how Bourass moves his head offline. Very technical fighter. Using his feints before he enters, head offline counter.
Just missing with that right hand.
Nice double calf kick there from Bourass.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice knee.
I like the follow-up with the 2 punches, too.
Boy, somebody's going to get a head kick landed here in a minute.
Bourass was feeling his boxing was going to be a big advantage in this fight, as Ahmidouch is known for those kicks.
Ooh, Ahmidouch overhand right just misses. Uppercut just misses.
Ooh, as he quarter turns off the ropes.
These guys aren't trying to win on points, are they?
No, I just like seeing these young talents scrap it out. Ooh!
That knee almost connected again. As Fatah waves to the crowd. Ooh. Very even round switch kick. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops, Joe.
Yep, that double kick's nice with the spinning hook back kick there.
This looks like one of your instructional videos on your YouTube page.
I love fighters who can use their legs. I mean, I came from a Taekwondo background, so I'm appreciating the work that Ahmidouch-Fatah's doing.
They'll call that a slip. 20 seconds to go here in round 1.
Yep, Bourass still trying to find his entries as he returns with the spinning back kick.
Couldn't see me, but those body shots don't miss with the knees, and they'll slug it out to the bell.
Pretty good first round. We have Ayoub Bourass, nicknamed the Explosive. As you can see, he waits for those moments to just blast out his combinations. Known for his array of unpredictable offense, and we really saw that in his first fight, but we've already seen some spinning back kicks from him, some nice stuff, but he's got to close that distance.
And now more on Tequila, or the killer. Ahmidouch-Fatah lives and trains in Barcelona, Spain, a couple of regional titles. And Joe, I was talking about training tutorials. He's trying to steal some of your market share.
That's it. We're more similar than we think. Let's go.
Okay, second round, fight!
So round 2 in the featherweight division. Body shot with the right hand. Ahmidouch-Fatah. Joe, who do you think won that first round, by the way?
I think Ahmidouch-Fatah won it. I think his kicking on the outside, he's landing the bigger shots. We value spectacular offense, and he threw a lot of good stuff. But Bourass in his face constantly. That could be a split round. Ooh. Nice counters there from Bourass. That's what he needs to do. Slip those punches, get inside, and let some of that explosivity go.
Our graphics may confuse you a little bit there. It says Bourass with the white, but he's actually wearing the white gloves, black trunks. Ahmidouch-Fatah, black gloves, white trunks.
Man, Ahmidouch uses and flows with his kicks so well. Left, right, double.
There's our strikes landed by type. And round number 1, pretty similar output. Just different areas. Ahmidouch-Fatah kick heavy, Bourass punch heavy.
Yeah, look.
Oh, nice, 2-touch.
Man, he just doesn't stop throwing those legs, especially being the taller fighter and having those long, athletic legs. It's doing a good job for him on the outside.
You wonder who's going to have the most gas in round 3. A lot of spectacular technique being shown, Joe, but that takes energy, doesn't it?
Yeah, but as featherweights, 20 years old, 25, I'm sure they got all the energy in the world. They better.
What an uppercut. Boy, it looked like it knocked him back. I think it was off balance a little bit.
Well, look at Ahmidouch when he kicks, he leans his head back so he can't be kick countered. Punch countered.
There's our judges' scores from round 1, Joe. 4 of them gave it to Bourass, 1 to Ahmidouch-Fatah.
Bourass back to that head movement. There he goes. This is where a good strategy for Bourass is keep Ahmidouch against the ropes. Easier for him to land his punches.
A lot of spinning attack, especially from Ahmidouch-Fatah.
Did Ahmidouch slow down a little bit? He's going a little bit more boxing now.
Oh, nice spinning back. He hit him with 2 of them, Joe.
That
right
was Bourass's
and then
shot.
a knee.
That's funny. That's what Bourass landed in his first fight. He gave it back to him.
My word. He just won't stop throwing. Ayoub Bourass. Joe, you love low kicks more than anybody, but I think in second place is anything that comes with a spin.
Yeah, it has to be my spinning back kicks, spinning hook kicks. That's why I like it. There's that one back fist, boom, came back on the other.
And then watch, he hits it with a right, and then...
It's just funny that that's what Bourass's shot was that made him so popular in his debut.
And remember, that's the punch that Levi Richter's dropped Rico Verhoeven with.
Yeah.
You know he'll throw one later tonight.
Yes, come on.
Okay, final round. Fight!
So it is the final round. Joe, which fighter would you rather be right now?
I think Bourass. I think Bourass had the better second round. I still thought maybe Ahmidouch did better in the first, but the judges disagreed. But I think it's Bourass.
Well, we'll look at our updated scorecards. And after 2 rounds, oh boy, they're exchanging heavy artillery. Bourass has 3 of the judges in his pocket. If he stands up, he wins the fight.
Yep. Here comes Ahmidouch. He's going to have to bring pressure now. Maybe put some punches and kicks together instead of just kicking separately.
And we always wonder if someone from the corners letting their fighter know what the open scoring says. A lot of trainers say they pay no attention to it.
Yeah. I think this
is
is
a
an
mistake,
important
right?
one. Yeah, this is an important time to know if you're in Ahmidouch's corner.
No rest for the weary for Ahmidouch, making his glory debut.
Right. Step back. Fight!
Oh, walked right into that left hand.
Yep, nice little counter hook.
Look at the amount of kicks coming from Bourass. Total strikes, look at that, they're so similar. I mean, almost identical. And yet Ahmidouch-Fatah is going to have to do something to come back and win this. As Bourass was trying to set something up special, wasn't he?
As Ahmidouch actually did a nice little technique to use the front kick to stop the spin. That was pretty sneaky. Ooh, what a right hand.
Man, right down the pipe, and he telegraphed it, but it didn't matter. Bourass couldn't get out of the way, and then he eats a spinning back fist.
He's still in there.
Don't count Ahmidouch-Fatah out yet.
He's going to win.
You know, Joe, a lot of people watching at home may think, man, Ahmidouch-Fatah should be in the lead. It's been that kind of fight.
Yeah, I agree. To me, it should have been up to this round here, so very close.
Swing and a miss from Ahmidouch-Fatah. And then he shows some frustration, perhaps, with just over a half minute to go.
I still like that Bourass is coming forward, trying to do some counter punches here. But Ahmidouch needs to start countering. He's got about 20 seconds to do it. Ooh.
Right hands and lefts, and this is where he can bully him. If Bourass can keep him in the corner, and that's what he's done. 10 seconds left. It's kicks versus punches, and it looks like punches is going to win.
Fight! Time!
There we go. Not bad. I'm pretty impressed from these two young featherweights. A lot of action, mixing their strikes. We saw good boxing, spectacular offense. That's what we want.
Hey, the future is bright, especially for Bourass, who's only 20 years old. He's almost a teenager.
Yeah.
He can't have a beer in America.
Yeah, still impressed by both of these young guys, but Bourass, that 20 years old, that explosivity, the confidence he has. I mean, we got a featherweight tournament in Japan coming up. He wants in.
Yeah, well, hey, these guys seem like if they fought 10 times, it'd be 5-5.
Yeah.
They're that even. But there can only be one winner.
And they started off really good with good low kicks. The explosivity was there, and we saw a lot of back and forth action. When one guy lands something good, the other one needs to come back and give it back. I like that Bourass moves his head, but that scissor knees, Ahmidouch coming forward. But that little turbine style of Bourass getting inside, good combinations, head offline. Ahmidouch, when he mixes those kicks, I think a good improvement for him would be to improve his boxing and hide some kicks behind the boxing instead of just leading with it. But still very impressive all the way up to this third round. Both had some moments, but Bourass' pressure seemed to be a little bit too much. Coming in combinations, but he ate some shots. Spinning back fist coming in. But look, Bourass not phased, came back with his own combinations.
So let's look at our final fight statistics. It's the strike count, 33 of 112 from the punches. Ahmidouch-Fatah very heavy with the kicks, landing 26 of 64 total strikes, pretty even.
Strikes per minute, you can see first round a little bit more active there for Ahmidouch-Fatah, and then in the third round, it was Bourass picking up the pace.
All right, let's go into the ring and get the decision from Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Let's take a look at the totals from our 5 ringside judges. One judge has it 29-28, Ahmidouch-Fatah. One judge 29-28, Bourass. And the 3 remaining judges all see it 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Ayoub Bourass.
Did the right guy get the decision?
I think so. I think the later round pressure, I think it was a little bit closer than a 30-27. I would have said 29-28, but I still think Ahmidouch-Fatah should be proud of his performance.
So Ahmidouch-Fatah in his glory debut, unsuccessful, but I guarantee you, we will see him back here soon. As for Ayoub Bourass, he is now 1-1 in glory after a win tonight on the Glory Collision 7 card. Well, coming up next, it will be the Ukrainian making his debut, Oleg Pryimachov. 20 professional wins, but 20 professional fights, 15 wins, but he hasn't fought in almost 5 years. He steps in against Abderrahman Barkouch, who returns to glory after making his debut in 2022.
Paradome, Arnhem. The world awaits. The fighters are ready. Who will be crowned?
Do you believe this?
He's got to go. He's got to go.
This is his biggest upset in kickboxing history if he can pull it off.
Our next bout of the evening scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. This Moroccan big man hopes to make his mark in the glory ropes for the very first time. Here is Abderrahman Barkouch.
Abderrahman Barkouch, as you heard Tim say, made his glory debut back in 2022. Unfortunately, he was on the losing end to Tariq Asaro, but Joe, plenty of confidence from this guy in our fighter meetings yesterday.
I mean, a tough fight to make a debut against Cookie, because after that fight with Barkouch, Cookie went on a huge run and ended up fighting Rico Verhoeven. But Barkouch re-signed here in 2024. He's excited to be back. I mean, he's been working on his power training. He actually lost about 23 kilos from the last time we saw him. And he says, hey, I might go down even more. Who knows how light he'll become.
Well, he loves riding motorcycles outside the ring, and he's built like a chopper.
Yep, don't let that physique fool you. He's got good combinations and pretty good cardio as well.
His opponent, trained in Muay Thai and kickboxing, comes from the Ukraine to make his glory debut. Here is Ole Pryimachov.
So Pryimachov making his glory debut. Joe, it's been almost 5 years since his last pro fight. There was some delays because of injuries, then there was COVID, and then his war-torn country of Ukraine. He's been in the war the last 2 years. Says it's not safe where he lives. People die around him every day. His kids have to go to bunkers at their school almost every day. But he got permission to be a global athlete representative of Ukraine. So tonight he doesn't only fight for himself, he fights for his entire country.
Yeah, there's a lot on his shoulders here, especially being out of professional fighting for that little bit of time. But big boy, he's a southpaw. He's got a good Muay Thai background, so I expect him to have a good fighting performance tonight.
So here's our tail of the tape, our second fight of the night, and it comes in the heavyweight division. Pryimachov weighing in at 234 pounds. Barkouch, 5'7", 300! 300 pounds!
With professional experience, Barkouch 54, Pryimachov 20, and knockout advantage going to the Ukrainian.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He first showed his skills in the Rivals Series of 2022. As a professional, 45 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws, and 5 career knockouts. At 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.74 meters, he weighed in at even 300 pounds, 136.6 kilos. Fighting out of Morocco, they call him Barry. Here is Abderrahman Barkouch. His opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a 3-time world tournament champion. As a professional, 15 wins with 5 losses. 5 of those 15 wins have come by way of knockout. At 6 feet 5 inches tall and even 2 meters, he weighed in at 234 pounds, 106.3 kilos. He's here in Arnhem tonight, fighting out of Poltava, Ukraine. Please welcome Ole Pryimachov. And the third man inside the glory ropes, your referee is Edward Stryker.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, listen. 3 rounds of 3 minutes. Protect yourself at all times and listen always to my comments. Any questions? No questions. Touch gloves. Back to your corner.
Well, Joe, you saw the 10-inch height advantage there. The crowd kind of mumbling that Pryimachov will have over Barkouch. If you saw these guys on the street, you'd think,
Time.
fight, Prymachov's going to kill this guy.
You would think so. I mean, even Prymachov standing beside Edward Stryker. Edward's a big boy too, and Prymachov's just a monster.
You know, Stryker can take a punch. We saw that. Was it Plazibot that got him?
Plazi gave it to him.
Man.
But already you see Barry Barkouch having to get on the inside of that long reach.
Watch out.
Pryimachov is a southpaw too, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for Barkouch to get in.
So a low blow giving Barry some trouble there. I would think if a 6'5" Ukrainian needs you below the belt, you'd need some time yourself.
Watch out. Yes. Fight.
That's it there for Pryimachov. Use that jab. Make Barkouch walk into something, and I'm sure he's going to have some more knees waiting.
This might be one of those fights where you never judge a book by its cover. If somehow Barry can get on the inside of those long punches from Pryimachov.
Yeah, especially wear him out by just constantly coming forward.
Yeah, just use that jab, right? I mean, just jab him.
Yeah, big key for a big boy like Pryimachov is the jab and straight attacks, right? That's why you see a lot of jab, 1-2, and then maybe some knees up the middle, but always managing his distance with his straight punches.
Pryimachov used to train with Vitaly Klitschko, the longtime boxing world heavyweight champ.
Even with his punches, he's not trying to overthrow. He's just being active with it, putting a lot of volume behind it, and that's going to keep Barkouch off him.
Boy, those knees are starting to pile up, aren't they?
Yeah, because Barkouch is looking for a moment for Pryimachov to stop throwing so he can come in. But Pryimachov just staying relaxed, being efficient with his strikes, and just staying active.
And Barkouch with only 5 knockouts in his 45 wins, so Pryimachov probably not fearing any type of power coming his way.
Yeah, Barkouch is just having a hard time coming in. He's trying to move his head, but as soon as he kind of slips his head to get in, Prymachov's already out circling and maintaining that distance management. I'd like to see maybe Prymachov add more of those left kicks.
Right now it's a sparring session for Pryimachov. Barkouch has only landed 3 punches, Joe.
There's a little bit more power combinations from the big guy. I should say tall guy. They're both big boys.
Good
the
point.
tall guy.
A brief moment of offense there from Barkouch.
And a lot of fighters talk about, I mean, fighters with the bigger bellies like that, a lot of fighters say it's not worth investing in the body because they can take a lot of that shot. So maybe attacking the legs and the head is the better way.
Not the best opening round for Abderrahman Barkouch. So Ole Pryimachov, a 5-time world amateur Muay Thai champion. I mentioned that he trained with one of the Klitschkos. He grew up a big fan of the brothers, says he loves Alexander Usyk now and Lomachenko, the other boxers. But kickboxing is his sport. And of course, he came out of the Army after being at war for 2 years and received the Order of Merit for his military service.
Come on. Hey.
Here's Barry Abderrahman Barkouch, big fan of Gokhan Saki, who isn't a big fan of Saki, I agree with you. And he loves riding motorcycles. But big night here for Barkouch. I mean, he lost a lot of weight, so he's going to need a lot of that conditioning going into these later rounds.
Guys, listen to me. We're fighting by glory, yeah? We want a stronger fight. Yes? More power. Come on. Fight!
Edward Stryker, the referee, asking for more effort, and he got something right there.
Yeah, like your heavyweights, man. We expect a little bit more snap behind the shots. There you go. As Barry's head pops back.
Well, you just look at these two guys and you think, Prymachov's got to knock this guy out, especially after that dominant first round.
There it is.
Oh, and he got caught with the left hand. Barkouch found an opening.
Yeah. Maybe especially when Prymachov knees that overhand right of Barkouch. That's his signature strike, the overhand right, as he eats those long jabs.
Trying to throw that right hook from the southpaw stance.
It's just Prymachov doesn't stop throwing, so Barkouch doesn't have an opportunity to go.
I haven't seen those knees that Pryimachov has let. Well, there you go.
And the other thing is,
He's done it again. That might be a point deduction.
Listen, no sweeping, no sweeping.
Yeah, Barkouch has good low kicks too, but it's the southpaw of Pryimachov that's taking that away from him. Because, I mean, being the shorter guy, you want the low kicks, the calf kicks. It's just that open stance is not giving it to him.
Break! Stand back. Fight!
163 thrown strikes for Pryimachov. 43% clip. Barkouch, anemic. Pryimachov 3 times busier than his Moroccan counterpart.
Fight!
It's busy, but there's not that hard punch to it. He's got to learn to sit on his punches a little bit more. Sharp and technical, just lacking that little bit of that big pop.
Well, the legs might be starting to give out for Barkouch. Yeah, like right there. This is where he should sit down on his punches. He's got him against the ropes. No movement from Barkouch. It's a sitting duck.
If I'm Pryimachov, I'm taking that left knee to the head. He's done it a few times, but lead with it and just go for it. Bang! There it is.
Right! Fight!
Well, Barkouch, if anything, is showing us that he's tough and can take a punch.
He's just not showing any big way he can win. I mean, when he gets inside, he's not really blasting his punches. He's staying shelled up. Right from here, as soon as it breaks, he should be whipping his big overhand shots. But instead, he's waiting. Maybe it's fatigue. But yeah, I don't think he's got pop in that overhand.
Nothing left in that punch. He's looking at his corner. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't even know if they're going to stop it, but they're going to share their concerns.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to maybe yell at him, wake him up. There's a few shots here from Barkouch. He had a moment here getting his head offline, finding the overhands. But Pryimachov just so good at those straight punches, keeping his distance. Just such a height difference. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing for Barkouch to keep losing that weight. He could probably, 300 pounds is a long way to light heavyweight, but we got to see a little bit more pop from him.
Come on, protection. Let's go. The protection. Nice.
Third and final round.
Fight hard.
Joe, do you believe in miracles?
I do, but I just don't see the way Barry can find something right now. Maybe he has a little bit of energy, but might be the first 10, 20 seconds of the round for him to lay out. Or wait maybe to the end, but he's got to find a moment to let the tank go. One shot's not going to be enough as he eats a left straight.
Well, he started out round 2 pretty well. Let's see if he gives us a little bit of excitement here in round 3. Look at the strikes landed by round, Joe. I'm surprised one judge hasn't scored around 10-8 almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty damn dominant.
I mean, what else could you ask for? I know you'd like to see Pryimachov knock this guy out, but he's done everything else.
I mean, he's got that technical style. I got to give him great credit for that, the way he uses his straights. He uses his height and reach to his advantage.
You think he fights a little bit like Sofiane Loudini, who we'll see later tonight?
A little bit. I can see that movement style, both southpaws, both good with their hands. So, yeah, a little bit.
Thanks for not throwing me under the bus. You looked at me
That's
like,
good.
I don't know. That's a reach.
Similar.
And more abuse coming the way of Pryimachov to Barkouch here in round 3.
We're also going to see the Romanian tank tonight.
5 seconds.
Yanku. He's got a big frame. What did he tell you yesterday? The power of the belly.
Power of the belly.
Break!
Barkouch needs the power of the belly right now.
Not like that. Not like that. Listen. Fight!
You do not talk back to Edward Stryker.
You do not.
I do love the way here at Glory Kickboxing we have the microphones on the ref.
Yeah, I do like that.
I wish boxing would do that.
I love that.
Break! Step back! Fight!
Oh, nice left. You know, Pryimachov might be able to get that knockout if he can catch Barkouch trying to throw offense. He's just not doing any offense.
Even for Pryimachov, really hasn't thrown that left kick to the head at all. I mean, I think maybe off of the left knee, push off the break, and then let that left head kick fly. See, off of that knee, that's that head kick needs to fly.
Low blow again. And that's
No
what Barkouch
coaching.
is
No coaching. Oké, gaat per ongeluk. Hij komt
talking
niet
to
op
me
de
or
kant.
you?
Was niet bedoeld, man. Yeah?
He's keeping us quiet, too.
Okay.
Warning. Yeah, it's the last time. You're gonna put him down. Yes?
Well, to be frank, Pryimachov could actually afford to have a point taken away. It's not going to affect the outcome of this fight. But he's got 30 seconds left to maybe try and go for the stoppage here. But Barkouch doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
No.
Listen, break, step back. Fight!
Nice long left straight as he pivots out.
Ooh, boy, straight left there from Pryimachov.
He's on the money with that left hand, though. Even for a third round, he's sniping with it.
So that will do it, mercifully, as Pryimachov dominates from opening bell till the end. Should be a unanimous sweep for the Ukrainian. Joe, talk about ring rust. 5 years worth this guy had to shake off.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the technical aspect of the fight, the way he fought was great. It's just, I think, as a heavyweight in Glory, we expect the big power, the big, you know, letting it go, going for the knockout. But he stayed technical, got his points, and dominated. I mean, we saw a mix of good offense as a big southpaw, but straight punches were everything. Touching with his straight. Barkouch the whole fight trying to get his way inside, tried moving his head, tried countering knees, but Pryimachov didn't stop throwing. Jab, cross, 1-2, knees up the middle. Just constant attacking, and for a heavyweight, he threw a lot in this fight. Very efficient with his strikes. Once he can sit on some of these punches, he's going to be a tough fighter to beat. He's got that big frame. Barkouch definitely has to be frustrated. Not the easiest fight to go into, coming back with someone so tall. Had his moments whipping his bombs, but there wasn't really any moment where Pryimachov was in trouble.
So Barkouch in his debut in 2022, thrown in there against the monster Tariq Asaro Cookie, and now another skyscraper in Oleg Pryimachov, and it does not end well. Only 20 landed strikes for the Moroccan compared to 149 for Pryimachov. Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we once again go to the judges' scorecard, and all 5 of our ringside judges see the bout and score the bout the same, 30-27, for your winner by unanimous decision, Oleg Pryimachov.
No surprise there whatsoever. Joe, what's the future look like for Pryimachov?
Well, I mean, I need to see a little bit more from him. I mean, like I keep saying, impressed with the technical aspect of it, but I think in heavyweight, we need more power. So, got some ring rust off him, goes back to the table, and hey, let's give him another shot against someone else to test him out.
So from heavyweights to welterweights and 2 of the best in Glory's division, former champ Endy Semeleer is back to face the number 4 ranked former title challenger, Jay Overmeer. It's a trilogy, and it happens next.
Undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Alex Hoatan Herrera. 2 names indelibly linked to kickboxing history meet again for some unfinished business.
The right hand, put the king down.
once again scheduled for about 3 3-minute rounds, this time in Glory's welterweight division. These two met for the title at Collision 5 just 18 months ago. He burst onto the Glory stage at Glory 80 and instantly went on a 4-fight winning streak. Here is Jay Overmeer.
Joe, you have long sang the praises of Jay Overmeer, but you feel like there's just one little thing missing. What is it?
Well, I mean, Jay's just such a technical fighter. He's got so many options. It's just he needs to find those big moments and the big shots, and he's found them early. It just needs to keep finding them here in these bigger fights, because I think Overmeer is one of the most talented fighters we have in the welterweight division.
Maybe you'd like him to close stronger in rounds?
Yeah, maybe that little bit. I think in their first fight, those were those little moments where he could have pushed a little bit more to get that win. So I think Overmeer tonight, we're going to see a different fighter in him. Yes. Look at that confidence coming down that ring.
And keep in mind, he's already fought Endy Semeleer twice, lost both of those battles, but he says he's still confident because he believes he won them.
Yeah, and he's just, he knows in his ability, he knows how dangerous he is and how talented he is. He can fight orthodox, southpaw. He's nicknamed the Matrix because of his unorthodox style of striking. Different knees, different timings, different stances, but guess what his opponent does well as well. That's why these two are so evenly matched for this fight.
Some call him mini Rico Verhoeven because of the resemblance. I think there was a photo shared on social media this week.
His last appearance came in a sold-out Top Sports Centrum in Rotterdam last summer. Please welcome back Endy Semeleer.
Endy Semeleer ranks number 3. He is the former welterweight champion of the world. And Joe, he's lost back-to-back fights, but speaking with him yesterday, you'd have thought he was on a 20-fight win streak.
Yeah, I mean, he's in this new mindset, which I think is very important. He talked about getting a new mind coach, which has really helped him out. He said a lot of times he was in the ring, but he wasn't really present. So now he's really trained his mind to be present in the ring and to understand things. So this new confidence in him that he's had from this mental coach seems really good for him. But back-to-back losses against who? Chico Quasi and Tijani Bestari, right? So, I mean, massive wins, but this is the level he's at. He wasn't dominant in any way. Those fights were very close. So this fight here, to me, is a pick-em fight.
Nicknamed Bad News, Endy Semeleer looking to get back on the winning track against a man he's already faced twice before.
And I highly recommend everyone to follow Endy Semeleer. His pad work on Instagram is amazing. He's just a nice little smooth technical fighter to watch and learn from.
He does look much more relaxed for this fight. In the past, they called it Bad News because he looked like he was always angry. He looks happy for once. Is that a good thing, though? Some fighters fight better when they're angry. Here's our tail of the tape, third fight of the night. Endy Semeleer, former champ. Jay Overmeer, former title challenger. He's 6'1" is Jay Overmeer, but they will have identical 75-inch reach.
Yeah, these guys are just so similar matched in every way, from the physical attributes to even their professional experience. 39 Semeleer, 37 Overmeer, and both with similar knockout ratios of 50% plus.
This fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's welterweight division. Let's meet the fighters. Introducing first, standing on my left and fighting out of the black corner. He is coming off a second-round knockout at Glory 94. He brings with him a professional record of 30 wins with 7 losses, 16 of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, he weighed in at 168 pounds, 76.9 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the Netherlands and currently ranked number 4 in the Glory World Rankings. Introducing Jay the Matrix Overmeer. Here now is his opponent, standing on my right and fighting out of the white corner, winner of 10 of his last 12 bouts. As a professional, 36 wins versus just 3 losses, and 18 of those wins have come by way of knockout. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in at an even 168 pounds, 76.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Curacao, he is the former welterweight champion of the world. He is Bad News Endy Semeleer. And your referee in charge of this bout, Yusuf Aknik.
Okay, fighters, you know the rules. I want to clear and a fair fight. Obey my commands at all time and protect yourself at all time, okay? Okay? Touch gloves, take a step back.
Joe, who do you get the slight edge to heading into this one?
I don't know. Maybe Semeleer just based on his bigger fights more recently, but I mean, as a former welterweight, it's seeing these two young fighters that make me proud to be in that division. This is the future.
Jay Overmeer saying, I know how good I am. I'll prove it tonight, and then I will win my world title. But first things first, he wants revenge for 2 losses earlier in his career to Endy Semeleer.
Even in their last fight there, Jay thought he won. So for him, he didn't even look at that fight as a loss. So he's coming in here confident.
As for Semeleer, he said when he got the call to fight Jay, he said, I've already beat him twice. I'll do it again. Semeleer saying this fight won't be close this time. I've got him figured out.
Break, step back.
Watch both of them with good, subtle head movement, the way they mix in up-angle shots. Very good technician. There's Semeleer's 1-2 lead uppercut. Overmeer coming back with a nice combo.
Yeah, nice job by Semeleer to throw his punches and get his gloves right back up to deflect the incoming onslaught.
Yep, he's got very sharp technical eyes.
Niet te dichtbij, pas op die elleboog. Fight!
You'll always see Overmeer switching his stances. Can fight well in both sides.
Break, step back. Break.
Overmeer coming off of a KO win at Glory 94, so his last feeling of the ring has been a knockout.
Break. Niet vasthouden. Kleesje, ja? Fight! Break, 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 break. Niet draaien.
And they're so evenly matched.
Each fighter looking to land that one big shot. Trying to build on some momentum right now. They're kind of going just back and forth. There's a right hand from Semeleer. You can see the redness on the nose of Jay.
Yep, good job at Jay. Using that jab offline, clinching up. You don't want to stay shelled up against the ropes with Semeleer attacking. Ooh. Look how sharp it is, man. I'm impressed. I could watch these guys fight every show.
Well, they almost have. This is their 3rd fight.
And I bet you we'll see it again.
Nice job there by Overmeer to put the punctuation mark on his sentence with that low kick. Want to be first and be last, right, Joe?
Yep. Building momentum, a big key in kickboxing.
Break, step back.
Semeleer's doing a good job at not overthrowing his punches because Overmeer's doing a good job at slipping and just getting out of range. If Semeleer overthrows, he's open to counters. I do like Jay being first, though.
A very close round between these two, as all their rounds when they fight seem to be.
Yeah, I think no matter what, at the end of this fight, one of them is going to be upset. Endy Semeleer, nicknamed Bad News Endy. Signature strength, the jumping knee. But one of my favorite combinations you see from him is the 1-2 lead uppercut. Very sneaky with it. And watch for those sharp eyes and his distance management.
Jay Overmeer, nicknamed the Matrix. He showed you some of that Matrix defensive movement in that first round. He's a former tennis player, believe it or not. Pretty good one. I'm sure him and his brother had some good rallies back in the day. Looks a little bit like Keanu Reeves without a beard. You feel that?
Not bad.
I always feel like you just don't want to say no to me. Just say no.
I don't know enough about Keanu Reeves.
You know what he looks like?
I haven't seen him in 20 years.
That's when 20 years ago, he was the age of Jay Overmeer. Anyway, here we go. Jay Overmeer, 28. Look it up, somebody. Is Keanu Reeves 48? I bet he is. Something similar to that. Speaking of, here's Semeleer, who got 4 of the 5 judges. They just liked what he did better.
Yeah, maybe the bigger shots, but Jay seems to be active. I mean, these are the fights I'll always say I'd hate to score.
You can see Overmeer struggling a little bit with breathing, trying to exhale and blow some of that blood out.
See Semeleer's hands always moving, trying to create some distraction.
Oh, nice right hand as Jay Overmeer ricocheted off the turnbuckle.
He just pushed him right back into the corner and threw some more.
Like a trampoline. Overmeer needs to win this round. Semeleer heavy with the hands. Overmeer a little better distribution, but he's not throwing as much.
Nice jab from Semeleer.
Well, Semeleer looks a little lighter on his feet than I've seen in the past.
Yeah, he's bouncing, he's feinting a little bit more. His hands nice and loose. A little bit of talking between them.
Semeleer much more relaxed.
Semeleer's calling him on. He's telling him to go.
Semeleer's having fun. Not something you'd say in the past. I mean, he was great, but he was biting down on the gum shield. Tonight, he's floating like a butterfly.
I mean, it's being present from being in the ring, and you can tell he's in there.
And look at the markings on the face of Jay Overmeer.
Break.
Semeleer's good at getting him into those corners. Jay definitely slowing down a little bit.
You can see the redness not only on his face, but on his back, on his sides. The kicks from Semeleer doing damage.
Yeah, he's in the moment now.
Nice knee there, though, from Jay.
Yeah, Jay's got sneaky knees. One of his best strikes.
Overmeer said he dreamed he would stop him tonight with a knee. He said, I dream about it at night, and every time I think of it, I envision myself knocking him out with a knee.
Looks like there's maybe a little cut over Overmeer's left eye.
Break, step back.
Yeah.
So they'll get to work in the corner, but Jay Overmeer needs to get it to work in the ring. He might be down by 2 rounds.
That was a nice knee from Overmeer at the end there. They get close.
Make sure you watch Glory events 24/7 on Glory's new FAST channels. Visit glorykickboxing.com for more information.
You see Smaili here, nice and loose with his hands, ends up finding the jab as Overmeer comes in. But definitely a game of inches. And Semeleer's biggest punch may have been that nice right hand there. Boom! As he kind of took that angle. Just so sharp with his eyes, his angles, his distance.
Jay, hij is voor jou nu. Anu, hey, focus nu. Godverdomme.
I don't speak Dutch, Joe, but I heard focus. And
Yeah,
that's an English word.
I mean, he's got to get hyped up. He's got to go. Got to find some energy, some spark.
We'll soon see the official scores from the judges, and yep, all 5 to Semeleer. So that means Jay Overmeer needs something dramatic here in the 3rd. So Endy Semeleer promised us we'd see basically a version 2.0 tonight. Is that what we're seeing?
I mean, look at him. He's sharp. His offense is good. He seems relaxed in there, playful, landing big shots. He's looking great. Look how much he's thrown. Jeez. 140 strikes to the 60 of Overmeer. A lot of that came in that 2nd round.
Endy saying yesterday, this fight won't be close. I'm much better prepared for this one. But Overmeer giving you all he's got, as he always does.
There you go, Jay. Really scrapping it out here in that third. He's got to bring the fight. There he goes. That knee's there landing now as he keeps Semeleer against the ropes.
Break, step back.
There's a good knee. Well, this is how he needs to approach it.
Yeah, a little bit more pressure style. Get Semeleer moving backwards. Semeleer is not a fighter you want him to be keeping you against the ropes the way he flows. Push him back.
Look at that right hand, even with the guard up, it penetrated and landed on Overmeer, who throws a kick now.
That's what good angles do.
Endy Semeleer's boxing has been outstanding tonight. There's more of it. 1-2 and a big one right in the camera lens.
I think Overmeer's mouth guard flew out.
Beetje.
Flew out of the ring.
Looks like it hit one of the judges.
Now they had a backup mouthpiece. I almost thought they were going to give Jay Overmeer a standing 8 count.
Fight!
Instead, he gets a new mouthpiece. Someone gets a souvenir out in the stands.
Yeah, Jay's having to sit in the pocket and kind of fight back. There he goes. Ooh, nice right hand from Jay.
Good moment for Jay Overmeer. He's got 50 seconds to do something.
Ooh, those angles of Semeleer, the stance switches.
Break, step back, step back, step back.
Endy Semeleer trying to end a 2-fight losing streak, and he may well be on his way here with just over a half minute to go.
There's Jay. Ooh.
Break, step back, no action, step back.
Semeleer needs to keep moving. Those knees, one touch to the chin could put you out.
Overmeer searching for that big strike. He needs to drop the former champ, and he has to do it now. Trying to set up one last punch, and that will do it. Endy Semeleer just too good tonight.
Oh yeah, sharp, technical. His hands were flowing. His kicks were nice. I mean, after back-to-back losses, for him to come back mentally to do what he did today, very impressed.
As we jump into our highlights, and Joe will speak with the winner of this fight. Round one, it's like someone threw gasoline on these guys. Red hot action.
Yeah, it was back and forth in that first round, very close. Overmeer really active in that round, and round two, it seemed like Semeleer started to pick it up a little bit more active with his combinations and just letting things go a little bit more. The way he's whipping his punches, taking his angles, but Overmeer never out. He's in this face, coming back with these unorthodox knees, constantly switching stances. And maybe the third round, maybe the best round for Overmeer, kind of came in, found some knees, and then Jay was trying to put the mouthpiece in, and then boom.
You saw it fly up out of your screen. So we'll look at the strike count and look at Jay Overmeer. He dreamed of knocking him out with a knee. He threw 27, only landed 8 compared to 0 thrown from Endy Semeleer, but he didn't need them. He landed 58 of 222 total strikes compared to 38 of 152 for Overmeer. Overmeer tried to pick up the pace in round 3. It was his best round, but he still didn't have the output that Semeleer did. Let's make it official. We go into the ring. Tim Hughes has the numbers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Here now are the totals. One judge scores at 29-28. The 4 remaining judges all have it 30-27. It's a unanimous decision. All for your winner, Endy Semeleer.
I'm here with your winner, Endy. You got to be happy with this performance, coming back from back-to-back losses. It looked like you're back, my man.
I'm happy for sure. The progress is gonna be better, but you see it is a progress. It's not my best, but I'm gonna be better and better.
You talked about using a mental coach here and wanting to be present. You were present in there. I saw a little bit of talking back and forth. You had fun in there.
Yeah, I was a little bit talking because I'm now here. Endy is in the ring. Well, I say it's not perfect yet, but we're working on it. And I want to thank Rodney from Flame Control also for that, because he helped me a lot for this. And of course, my team, they are the best. And what I say, I'm not done. I'm working, and I'm going to be better and better.
Well, happy to see you back. Congratulations, your winner, Endy Semeleer.
The former champ with a fantastic performance, but he wasn't satisfied. You heard what he said. I'm just going to get better and better. Well, coming up next, will we see this man dish out one of his famous sleeping pills? He's going for the knockout, Serkan Ozcaglayan, who fights out of Turkey. But the man he's facing is no joke. From France, the constant output offense. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Remy Deghir hits Glory's ring next.
Helredome, Arnhem. The world awaits. The fighters are ready. Who will be crowned?
Do you believe this?
He's got to go. He's got to go.
This is his biggest upset in kickboxing history if he can pull it off.
One of the greatest of all time, returning to the world stage, Ozcan, Jamal Ben Sadiq, and Rico Verhoeven.
And he hit him while he was down. Rico down and he's busted one. Rico Verhoeven with the guttiest, the toughest, the ballsiest performance we've ever seen from him tonight. He walked through fire, Joe, and he got it done. And the king has arrived. He is in the Helldome here in Arnhem. Joe, it's almost old hat for this guy.
I mean, just a second home for Rico. So comfortable, confident all week. He's ready to go tonight. He seems hyped up for it.
Hasn't lost in Glory in over a decade. 10 years.
We next turn our attention to the middleweight ranks of Glory, and a bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. This first fighter won a unanimous decision in his debut in front of his hometown fans in Paris at Glory 91. Here is Remy Deghir.
What an interesting, entertaining character. Remy Deghir makes his way to the ring. Joe, he's undefeated in Glory. Won his Glory debut at Glory 91 in Paris in April. Followed that up with a decision victory at the light heavyweight Grand Prix event over the summer. He's 2-0.
Yeah, he might be a big underdog coming into this fight because we know Serkan so well, but Remy Deghir's got a style, an amount of pressure, volume that he brings that is a tough fight for anyone. He's an educated guy, he's an accountant outside of the gym. I asked him, are you going to open up a gym when you're done fighting? He's like, no, I'm going to be an accountant. So smart guy in, but great fighter.
As you know, every gym does need an accountant.
Yep.
This man got back to his winning ways in Antwerp at Glory 94. Here comes Serkan Ozcaglayan.
A little rumble from this crowd here at the Helldome as the fans continue to file in. We're expecting over 20,000 here tonight. And this guy's a fan favorite for a very obvious reason.
Yeah, I mean, he actually prides himself in being an old school Dutch kickboxing mentality. And he'll tell you himself, I might not be the most technical, but every time he steps in that ring, he's going to go to try to knock you out. He'll get knocked out to knock you out, and that's the old school style of Serkan.
He's the kind of guy that would rather lose an exciting fight than win a boring one.
Yeah, I mean, he has everything. He's got what he's called sleeping pills in his hands. He can knock you out with the knee. He's a southpaw, and you gotta remember, he was actually a heavyweight at one point of his career, so he says, I bring that heavyweight power down here into this division, so we'll see how Serkan can do against Deghir.
Describes himself as a brutal fighter and says he appreciates the output from Remy Deghir and promises that he'll see an opening during one of those flurries and catch him and put him to sleep.
Yeah, that has to be the plan.
Here's our tale to tape from this intriguing showdown. Turkey versus France, both men about the same age, exactly the same height, but it'll be the Frenchman, Deghir, with a 4-inch reach advantage.
Professional experience, massive edge going to Serkan, 56 to the 8 of Deghir. And we talk about Serkan power. Look at that, 78% knockout ratio. That's impressive.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, a 2023 French national champion and a 2-time European silver medalist. His young professional record, 7 wins with just 1 loss. One of those 7 wins coming by way of knockout. At 6 feet 3 inches tall, 1.91 meters, he weighed in at an even 185 pounds, 84.6 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Paris, France, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Remy Deghir. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner. Including in his resume are highlights of a 58-second knockout in his debut at Collision 3. His professional record impressive, 46 wins with 10 losses. 36 of those wins have come by way of knockout. He too stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, 1.91 meters, and he weighed in at 186 pounds, 84.7 kilos. He's here in Arnhem tonight, fighting out of Turkey. Here is Serkan Ozcaglayan. And your referee in charge of this bout is Jan Frana.
Okay, fighters to the middle. White corner. Okay, shake hands if you want. Okay, listen, man, comments, respect the rules. Good luck. Back to the corners. Strike back to the corners.
Serkan Ozcaglayan.
Judges, time.
Ranked number 2, taking on unranked Remy Deghir, who's in the biggest fight of his life, facing the toughest opponent of his life, he told us yesterday.
And Serkan's not only a big power puncher, he's a southpaw as well, which a lot of orthodox fighters hate fighting. But if I'm Remy Deghir, I'm keeping a high guard, trying to wear Serkan out.
Boy, look at the size difference.
Deghir doing the right thing, trying to circle away from Serkan's big, powerful left hand. See, that's why circling to the outside is great strategy in the open stance.
Joe, when you know your opponent's going to circle away from your power hand, how do you force him to go the other direction?
Well, if I'm Serkan, I'm maybe feinting my left hand and then going with my right hook because Deghir's circling in that direction, right? So feint the right hand, go with a powerful right hook.
Nice low kick there from Remy to get Ozcaglayan off balance.
Yeah, Deghir's doing a good job at staying defensive right now and just kind of moving away. Trying to feel Serkan's power before he opens up.
They trade kicks.
Ooh, just dips under that left hand.
Remy just trying to ride this wave out here in round 1.
Yeah, ooh, good combinations himself.
Only 1 knockout for Deghir in his 7 wins. As for Ozcaglayan, an 80% knockout ratio, but he just got clipped twice.
Yeah, Deghir came back with a right straight left hook. As the fight goes on, I'm sure Deghir will get more comfortable and start opening up more because he's known for his activity and his pressure, but You don't want to eat a Serkan punch. So smart strategy right now from Deghir. Hit and move. Don't be a standing target.
He's done well with those low kicks and calf kicks, has Deghir, to kind of get and keep Serkan off balance.
Yeah, here's Serkan now closing the ring off. He's got to use ring control. Otherwise, Deghir's just going to be dancing around him. He's got to cut that ring. There he goes. See, good job from Ozcaglayan.
Left to the body, good shot from the Turkish fighter. Ooh.
Deghir comes back. Yeah, the nice rear left hand to the body from Serkan could be good. Mixed levels with that left straight.
Slip there for Deghir, who's landed 12 kicks. Ozcaglayan with 16 punches.
That's definitely a punches versus kick first round. The problem is Deghir doing enough to get the rounds, right? Or is he just tight? We're gonna see how the judges are viewing it.
So our featured prelim is on the way, and Joe, here in Holland, this rivalry is red hot. There's Tayfun Ozcan right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's got over 100 professional fights, and this is the young lion, Younes Smaili. Not smiling now, but always got a big smile on his face, excited for this fight. Just a fun little explosive fighter to watch with a lot of power. It's gonna be a good one.
Let op, hey, let op. Als je naar te fel wegloopt, wissel je benen een keer. Dan zet je ermee vast. Ja?
Als je weer ademhaling Serkan, trek hem eens hard naar binnen. Ademhaling.
Hou je hand naar je hoofd, weet je? Ja, kom op.
Kom op nou.
Hardy, let op. Ik roep niet door wat op is.
Step back. Fighters. Second round. Fight!
Oei.
Ozcaglayan being told in Dutch to move more, switch positions.
I'm really curious about the scores in that first one.
There you go. Don't be curious anymore. 3 for Ozcaglayan, 2 for Deghir.
Deghir a little bit being first now as he's moving backwards. But Serkan just tracking him.
Very competitive match. Deghir much more precise with his strikes, but we knew he would be. Ozcaglayan with a knee there.
Yeah, I like when he went punch to knee. Start putting some of his weapons together.
Yeah, Ozcaglayan's got to be careful for that right knee. Every time he dips to throw.
Yeah, I think those body shots are doing well for Serkan. You see nice big breaths from Remy. But as Serkan rips the body, that's a good opportunity for Deghir to counter upstairs.
That right hand skimmed off the temple for Serkan. Good jab. Yeah, the Frenchman's got to throw more, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's using more counters. He'll kick on the outside and then he'll counter punch. So he uses legs first, and then when Serkan punches, he'll try to counter or move. This is a big step up here for Remy Deghir.
I think Ozcaglayan thought that Remy would throw more punches, he'd have more openings to counterpunch, but it's Ozcaglayan who's on the front foot, and that uppercut may have dazed Remy a little bit, and he ate a left hand.
Some bigger shots from Serkan, but Deghir throwing right back. Didn't seem to phase him too much. I like these level changes from Ozcaglayan.
Boy, he's living on the edge, isn't he? Keeping that head up there, just missing was Ozcaglayan.
I like that jab up, jab down, trying to set things up.
The crowd is urging Ozcaglayan to let it rip. They want a knockout. Haven't had one yet tonight.
Yeah, but Ozcaglayan setting up that left hand with that jab. Any moment he's gonna just let it go. Ooh. I also like that Serkan's not throwing everything with full power. He's touching, trying to set up the power now.
Oh, he caught it with the left. Deghir throwing us a chin with 10 seconds to go in the second.
Some rare low kicks from Serkan, but they landed very nice.
Just trying to keep him at bay. And that'll do it for round number 2.
Stop!
GloryShop.com is your shopping destination for all the latest Glory gear and merchandising. Visit GloryShop.com.
There's a nice Serkan looking for a lead uppercut. It was more of an off-balancing shot, but still landing there. I think Deghir was trying to throw a knee, and Serkan timed it perfectly. So the shot looked more damaging probably than it actually was. But I think this round, Serkan kind of picked it up a little bit more.
Weg. Fighter.
All right, round number 3. Remy Deghir's got to get busy as we await the judges' scores from round 2 in our open scoring. Ozcaglayan ripping a shot to the body, and Joey's got it in the bag unless something happens here in the 3rd.
And Deghir has to find something. I liked when he opened up with his punches sometimes and put them in combo, especially his right straight left hook. But Serkan's ring control and pressure is just adding up.
Boy, that left hand was on the money, but Deghir handled it well. High kick and a good one.
See how he's just pawing, touching, and then when he's ready, he rips the big shots. I think that's some good improvements there from Serkan. Can't throw everything with power. You end up gassing yourself out. So learning to be more efficient with his boxing, and that's what Serkan's doing. Touch, 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 and then when the option's there, he rips.
Again, that chin in the air, just missing with Serkan.
Yeah, we hold our breath.
I mean, it's right there. Is that how you would advise Deghir to defensively move when that hand's coming towards him?
That's more of I'd probably do more of a high guard, you know, clinch up more than pull back that way. But Deghir's trying to land some knees. He's a tall fighter. I'm sure a great learning experience for him to fight, you know, the number 2 in the division.
Left hand splits the guard. The crowd again trying to urge Ozcaglayan on. He wants to land a sleeping pill shot, as he describes it. Doesn't like winning on points.
A stance switch from Serkan. As he goes back, oh, he's deciding what stance he wants to throw the bombs in. Deghir really comfortable on fighting off the ropes. It's really tough to push Serkan back. He's got no choice.
Ozcaglayan, coming off a losing streak to win his last fight, said some of his friends were starting to not turn on him, but start to ask questions about, hey man, is this, you gonna stick with this? And he wants to turn everyone back into believers. He won his last fight, and he's been pretty dominant here.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit more confident, finding himself. I do like the little improvements he's showing. And I'm sure his goal is to get back at Donathan Visa. And you got to fight Visa with some perfect technique or scrap with him. Serkan can do both now.
Stop!
And that will do it. It looks like Serkan Ozcaglayan has done more than enough to pick up his 47th career victory. Were you impressed by that, Joe?
I liked what I saw, the improvements. I mean, I think anytime Serkan fights, even me included, I expect big finishes, big knockdowns, but I like the mature performance from him, picking his shots, using his ring control. He didn't have to rely on that big power, so to me, I saw a little bit improvement in that, so I like that performance for Serkan.
Let's take a look back at some of the highlights of this, our 4th fight of the evening.
And he started off well. Deghir was a little bit more active, throwing a little bit more confident, where Serkan trying to close the distance. But you saw good footwork and movement there from Deghir. Look at those shots as he's moving, circling outside the big power shots of Serkan. But as the fight went on, the movement of Deghir wasn't there as much. Serkan was landing some bigger shots. You can see them from these highlights here now that Deghir fought with his back against. But Serkan always trying to look for a finish. Deghir never really out of it, ate some big shots. I mean, to fight the #2 in the world, eat the best from him, there's some positive for him.
Let's look at our strike count statistics. 43 of 227 for Serkan with punches. Kicks, though, to the Frenchman, 33 of 53. And the strikes total statistics, pretty similar as far as landed strikes. Remy much more accurate. Strikes by zone. Headhunting with Serkan. Remy Deghir going down to those legs and going down there often. Let's see how the judges have it. Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we once again go to the judges' scorecard after 3 rounds of kickboxing. Here now are the totals. 2 of our judges score the bout 29-28. The 3 remaining judges all see it 30-27. A unanimous decision, all for your winner, Serkan Ozcaglayan.
Give your hands up. Hey! Please, man. Give this man applause.
I'm here with your winner, Serkan. I mean, another collision. You're gaining some momentum in the win column. How did you feel tonight?
I feel amazing, man. It's always amazing to be on the Gelderdome. En hey, laat je even horen, man. Wat een zaal, man. Hey! Tering, hey. Niet normaal dit. Wat een atmosfeer. It's crazy. It's a crazy crowd. And I want to thank Remy for this fight. And he was stronger and fitter than I expect, man. He's a strong opponent, and he needs to be in the top 5 for 100%. So I want to face him again. And maybe later in my career, we face again, man. I want to thank him. I want to thank everybody. Ve buradaki Türkiye'deki bütün izleyenlere, Türk seyircilere, destekçilerime hepinizden Allah razı olsun. Allah Türk'ü utandırmasın. Ne mutlu Türk'üm diyene.
Let's hear it for your winner, Serkan Ozcaglayan.
The Turkish fans appreciating the effort and high praise there from Serkan to Remy, saying he should be in the top 5. I bet I face him again down the line. Coming up next, some people think this is one of the biggest fights of the night. It's our featured prelim, Tayfun Ozcan. This will be his 101st pro fight, and he takes on the young gun, Younes Smaili. A lot of bad blood in this one. See him collide next.
Two of the most powerful punchers in the world. Overmeer!
Legend versus legend. Big right hand, and that sent Overmeer back.
As Overmeer starts opening up. Any of these gentlemen fight, you just hold your breath at every exchange.
Balor's in trouble.
Balor's out.
Balor is down.
Overmeer!
So many great moments in collision history. Will we see another one? There's Milos Svetchanin getting ready to take on Mori Kroma. Both these men coming off impressive victories here in Glory. There is the Black Ghost. They'll be the first fight on our main card. Also on the main card, they call them the Romanian tank, and I don't think I need to explain why, do I?
No, he's a big boy, very exciting to watch, and he likes knocking people out and making it exciting, so excited for the tank to be back.
The last of our 5 preliminary bouts of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds as a catchweight. With a long-standing war of words between these two, they finally meet under the glory lights tonight in Arnhem. This first fighter is one of the most talked about young prospects, coming off a successful debut. Here is Younes Smaili.
Younes Smaili in his glory debut back in August. Nice win over James Conde to set this fight up.
Yeah, I mean, he was just so impressive in his debut, and I love his style. He's a pressure fighter. He's got good power, good hooks and uppercuts. And Tayfun is a fighter that won't move back, so I expect a lot of the fight to happen in the middle of the ring.
Younes Smaili fighting out of Rotterdam by way of Morocco. 44 pro fights, 41 victories. Said the fans have wanted this fight, so I made my mission to get it on the young, hungry dog, and he's the old lion.
He is one of the most experienced and well-traveled lightweights on the roster. Please welcome Tayfun Ozcan.
33 years old, Joe, competing in his 101st pro kickboxing bout. He's 187.
Yeah, it's incredible. His record, his experience, the way he's traveled the world, and he's found some new life here. He hasn't really fought in Holland, so to be here in Collision in the Helder is a big moment for him and possibly the biggest of his career.
I asked him, do you treat every fight the same? You know, you've had 100 of them. He goes, no, I don't. I'll be honest. Sometimes I know I'm good enough to beat a certain fighter, and I'll train just hard enough to beat him. As for tonight's opponent, Smaili, he said, I gave it all in my camp. I went away from the family. I gave everything up. I blacked everything out. This is the biggest fight of my life tonight here at Glory.
Yeah, and I mean, interviewing him, he's just seen a little bit of aggression to him, a little bit of that side of him that he really wants to prove to people that he's not old, you know, but 33 years old to me is young, but it's the years of experience, the over 100 professional fights, that's wear and tear on the body, but he looks great, he feels fresh, and has found some new motivation here in Glory.
He doesn't seem that motivated to walk to the ring, though, right now.
No,
he's pacing back and forth.
He's taking his time. You know, he's letting it sink in. This is a big moment for him to be here at Collision in his home country.
Yesterday at the weigh-in, he almost took the mic out of my hands and said, listen, people are saying I'm not the killer I was. And yeah, it's true. Back when I was Smaili's age, in my mid-20s, I was killing everybody. Yeah. But I still have enough left in the tank to do the exact same thing to Smaili tonight at Collision. Here's our tail of the tape for our featured prelim, and boy, is it going to be a good one. Turkey versus Morocco at a catch weight of 163 pounds. They're virtually identical, 5'10" with a 70-inch reach.
With professional experience, we keep saying Tayfun Ozcan, 100 fights, 44 to Smaili, but a lot of good kickboxing experience both ways. Smaili, 46% knockout ratio, Ozcan 32, which is great for 100 professional fights.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled at a catchweight, 3 3-minute rounds. These two fighters have a combined 47 career knockouts between them. Let's meet them first. Fighting out of the black corner, he extended his winning streak to 4 with a unanimous decision in his debut at Glory 94. As a professional, 41 wins, 3 losses, 19 career knockouts. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.77 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 163 pounds, 74.5 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Morocco, ladies and gentlemen, it is Younes Smaili. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a 2019 French champion and multi-time Dutch tournament champion. His professional career impressive, 87 career wins, 10 losses, 3 bouts scored even, and 28 career knockouts. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.78 meters, he too weighed in at 163 pounds, 74.8 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Turkey, here is Tayfun Turbine Ozcan! And the third man inside the glory ropes, your referee is Edward Stryker.
Guys, listen, 3 rounds of 3 minutes. Listen always to my commands and protect yourself at all times. Any questions?
Nope.
No question. Touch gloves if you want. Back to your corner.
Joe, I'm putting you on the spot. You know what I'm going to ask you?
I don't know. I don't think you should do it, though.
Who's going to win?
This is tight. I really don't know, seriously. I mean, maybe the experience of Tayfun can kind of carry him, but speed, power, aggression may go to Younes.
Ozcan in the white gloves, Younes, Smaili in the black.
Ooh, that's timing.
Fight!
Ooh, there's those hooks and uppercuts that Smaili's known for.
Sounded like firecrackers going off. Pop, 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 pop.
Creating rhythm with his punches. Beating the drum. You can see even those low kicks of Ozcan. Not really telegraphed, quick, fast. See the fight gonna happen right in the center of the ring.
Action, let go. Yes.
You get one shot when you have a leg.
Yep.
You got to let it go. And that's what Smaili was admonished about by Edward Stryker, our referee.
Nice little sharp jabs there from Smaili.
Ozcan not doing a lot offensively yet.
No, just waiting, defending. There's some good combinations with a head kick.
Been waiting on that one. Smaili will say, hey, I blocked all those punches.
I mean, Smaili is known for his combinations, his speeds. There's a reason why Ozcan's called Turbine. It's an aggressive, those combinations, the left, rights that he can throw. Well, you can tell based on their style why people wanted to see them fight. Both pressure fighters with good combinations, mixing punch to kick.
Ozcan's so good at lifting that front leg up to avoid the low kick or the calf kick.
Smaili switching stances here.
Good pot shot there from Ozcan.
Nice uppercut hook from Ozcan.
Break, step back.
You can see how tight defensively Ozcan is. Very difficult to just land one big strike on him. You got to use combinations. Good job from Turbine. Combo to low kick for Tayfun. Ooh, there we go.
Upstairs and downstairs from Smaili. Body kick from Ozcan. Couple knees from Smaili at the bell.
Yeah, I mean, some good exchanges back and forth. I mean, close fight, close round. I mean, that one's up in the air.
Just moments ago, the challenger arrived at the Helldrome. That, of course, is Levi Richter's. In such good spirits, believes in himself. His whole team has this just positive aura about them everywhere they go.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do when you fight someone like Rico Verhoeven. It all comes down to mindset. I mean, you can be the most technical fighter in the world, but round 4 and 5 against Rico is when it matters.
kwaliteiten, hè? Nog een paar, hè? Alvast snel.
This fight wasn't that personal, Ozcan told us, until Younes posted some videos and pictures of Ozcan getting knocked out. And Ozcan said, okay, you want to make it personal? It is now personal. All 5 judges giving round 1 to the Moroccan.
Yeah, they're liking his combinations, his pressure.
2 local rivals that have been calling one another out for a couple years, and now they finally meet here on the biggest stage in kickboxing.
Watch out. Time. Yeah. Watch out. No coaching. Please. No coaching. Back in your corner. Your corner, please. No coaching. No coaching. You okay?
Let's see what it was from.
Yeah?
Maybe scraped him on the way up.
Scraped on the way up. It's hard to tell, but yeah.
Fight!
But that's where you want to land that kick, right underneath the belly button, right?
I like at the solar plexus. Gets a little bit better, more damage, but still a good shot there.
It seemed to get Smaili worked up a little bit as he comes out throwing.
There's those turbine combinations. He needs to start doing more of that. Oh!
Hey!
That scissor knee landed.
Don't hold the leg. Don't hold the leg. Fight!
Nice
Good.
kick.
Yeah, that almost dropped him.
Yeah, I'm loving that kickboxers now are using this calf kick. They're so damaging.
Crowd starting to get it from Smaili once and twice downstairs. Ozcan firing back now.
Yeah, that little uppercut on the inside from Ozcan was nice. But he ate like 2-3 calf kicks in a row. That's the beautiful thing about the calf kick. Fighters are used to taking the shots on the quads. The calf, you can't train it.
Really?
Even after 100 fights, you know, it'd be tough to finish Ozcan's quad, but you hit that nerve, 2-3 shots on that calf, it's done.
Ozcan, whoa! Smaili saying, okay, that was dirty. You saw my gum shield pop out.
Don't do that. Protect yourself at all times. Protect yourself at all times. You don't see that.
Striker giving Ozcan the benefit of the doubt.
I like that rear hook, rear uppercut from Ozcan.
But Ozcan knows 101 fights. You do not stop throwing until the referee pulls you apart.
Yeah, Tayfun's doing a good job here at the end of the second, kind of picking it up a little bit. He's got so much experience, I wouldn't put it past him taking the first round a little slower and then picking it up as the fight goes on. But these calf kicks gotta be hurting Ozcan.
Break!
You can see Ozcan constantly lifting that lead leg up, but you see him walk forward, it's compromised. Telling you it's compromised. You see the redness, he's limps a little bit. I think those calf kicks have added up. See, now he's switching stances to defend them. I think Smaili hurt that lead calf.
And it'll only get worse throughout the fight. It's not going to get better.
You see that reaction now, it's there. He's just gonna have to keep defending. Ozcan did a good job at turning his knee out to block that calf kick.
Stop!
Boy, a very interesting round 3 coming our way.
There's that nice scissor knee from Ozcan, perfectly timed, especially with the guard down. Some nice little exchanges back and forth, but Ozcan with the uppercut, the mouthpiece came out. Yeah, they both looked at it, but hey, middle of a fight as Ozcan's going, you fight through it.
What the fuck? Hey, blijf niet staan, blijf niet staan. Boom, trap op dat been gewoon. Goed neer. Hey! Younes. Blijf scherp, blijf scherp, blijf scherp. Hij is van ons, onder. Geef die dubbelijke niet dan. Geef die dubbelijke niet. Beetje.
Please, the body dry, the body dry.
You're going to see ARJ and Coach Mike in there a lot throughout the night. He's got Kebabes and Levy Richters. You'll see him in the co and main event.
They were telling Smaili in the corner, go back downstairs, use your low kicks. Good advice as Ozcan is showing signs of damage to the front left leg. And Smaili has won both rounds according to 4 of the 5 judges.
Back to that calf. Oh! Almost tripled it up.
He's not able to switch southpaw. He's going to have to use all of that experience to find a way to do something magical here in the third.
Yeah, he's got to either put the pressure on, keep Smaili moving backwards, or again, switch stances. He's doing, but the problem is when he has to switch stances, it takes away his boxing because he's too worried about the calf. Calf kicks are game changers, but Ozcan trying some spectacular offense with the scissor knee.
Could you see Levy Richters maybe incorporating that to slow down Rico tonight?
Richters is one of the best low kickers in kickboxing. So is Rico, but I think if you look at the size of Rico's quads, you better go to the calf.
Yeah. Ozcan trying to move forward, put pressure on the younger Smaili.
Nice combinations from Turbine. I love those little sneaky body shot uppercuts he throws.
How long does it take for the body to get over the damage from those calf kicks? A couple weeks, a month?
It takes a long time. Yeah, I would say a good couple, at least a good week. But even when you get hit that week after, like, ooh, it's still there, you feel it.
You know, Ozcan's having a good round, but he needs to put Smaili on the canvas.
Yeah, I think it's got to be like the scissor knee up the middle or something big. Smaili countering back.
Just over 6 minutes away from the start of our main card here for Glory Collision 7.
Right. What's your back of the head? Wait.
Ooh, trying something. I think Younes knows he's won now. Stop over attacking the leg. Better round for Ozcan, but not enough.
And that will do it. They both put their gloves in the air, but according to what we saw, it looks like the 26-year-old Moroccan did enough to get the win.
A lot of good highlights from this one. I mean, both gentlemen wanted this fight for some time. The fans wanted to see it, and they delivered some good action back and forth. Smaili with great combinations. Tayfun, the same type of fighter. Good body shots, uppercuts, mix things up very well. The second round, though, we saw Smaili land a little bit more better calf kicks, kind of slowing Ozcan's offense off a little bit. But loving when Smaili did those double, triple low kicks, but Tayfun doesn't take a step back, slips the kick, comes back with his hands in the third round. Ozcan knew he needed to do something, continue to put the pressure on. Lots of good volume, just couldn't find that big shot to slow Younes down or to get a knockdown of any sort.
All right, let's look at our final statistics. Strike count, 63 of 175 for Ozcan, with the punches, kicks dominated by Smaili. You look at the total strike count, Ozcan much more active and more accurate. But it seemed like the powerful or more powerful strikes, more damaging strikes, did come from Smaili. Tim Hughes has the numbers.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. They return a split decision. Here now are the totals. One judge has it 29-28 Smaili. Judge number 2, 29-28 Ozcan. And our 3 remaining judges also see it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Younes Smaili.
I'm here with your winner, Younes Smaili. A lot of emotion. The fans wanted this fight. You wanted this fight. How did this fight live up for you?
First of all, I want to say, Alhamdulillah. Last year, I was thinking about stopping. This. But my new coach, Michael Polana, we had some chit-chat, some talks, and I'm back in full effect. You can see, this fight lives to a lot of people, man. Since the first announcement fighting Tayfun. Every day, man, when you fight, what you gonna fight? Today was the day, and today I showed who the fuck I am. Boss!
All right, let's hear it for your winner, Younes Smaili.
Buckle your seatbelt, folks.
Paposi dropped Trinidad. He might be done. The Mexican, Sid Chin moves it down. Paradome, Arnhem. The world awaits. The fighters are ready. Who will be crowned?
The house is almost packed out now, Joe, as we get set for Glory Collision 7 quickly. What do you think happens in our main event, Rico versus Levy?
Well, I think it's going to be a tough fight for both gentlemen, but Rico Verhoeven has to pressure, has to do what he does best, but Levy Richters has to bring that surprise element like he did in that first fight. You're not going to beat Rico sitting there trying to be technical. Be spectacular, do unorthodox things, and that's Levy's biggest shot.
All right, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Glory Collision 7 about to start live from Arnhem, the Netherlands. Here we go. It is here, ladies and gentlemen. A fight 3 years in the making. Glory Collision 2. We're in Arnhem, the Netherlands. One of the most famous battles in World War II took place in this city. Tonight, the biggest fight in kickboxing history takes place. Over 30,000 tickets have been sold. Not